New coupe, take off, cause I know these ain't gon' hand that new suit, yeah, big boss. I'm knowing I ain't here, not a young thing. Double back twice in a row, 3-3, planes all in my home. First street, tell it loud when I make a song. Let my brother day. She be all on me like, she need me. I don't need you at all. She believe me. She be mad every time when I really ain't know. Got me posted all alone where the slums be. Lot of money on the line, what I'm going for. You don't stick with me now, long run, you will see. Don't go, take off. I tell you that they lying, that they saying that they seen me. No so, yeah, big boss. I know you, telling business, I'm a big beat. Yeah, talking about you. Told her just splash a whole lot of water on me. Why we R-A-C-E, new coupe, take off, cause I know these I ain't gon' hand that new suit, yeah, big boss. I'm knowing I ain't here, not a young thing. Double back twice in a row, 3-3, planes all in my home. First street, tell it loud when I make a song. Let my brother day. Swift, yeah, show her how to get the money, oh. Jimmy showing, yeah. Big old player, tryna get in her heart with no call. Chopping wrong. Ain't right how you using your tone. Man right now. Check out how I'm living, I just went and got another. Millions in the bank, got another million flow. 1.3 each, stay added up if you can't count. $250,000 chain, $250,000 car. Wow, I know how to get it in my mama house. $1 million business, I ain't never turning down. Me and Casey, yeah, new coupe. Take off, cause I know these I ain't gon' hand that new suit, yeah, big boss. I'm knowing I ain't here, not a young thing. Double back twice in a row, 3-3, planes all in my home. First street, tell it loud when I make a song. Let my brother day.
But we both know I hate.
It's the home of the Celtics here in Boston as 2K Sports brings you today's live. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. The Celtics are looking to grab one here for the home fans in Boston before heading out on the road. Pass to D-Box from 12 feet out. Celtics on offense.
And back in 2021, Nikola Jokic became the lowest drafted player to ever win the MVP. The 41st pick of the draft, the first second-round pick to win the award.
Inside. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
And a dominant play there from Divac in the paint, using his physical gifts to find a shot.
Marovich. Horford with the rebound. And from second rounder to MVP, Greg, Nikola Jokic. What a story.
Amazing, Kevin. And, you know, one thing the Joker did to transform his game, dedicate himself to his conditioning. Jokic is in much better shape now than when he first entered the league.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Michael Malone. David?
The frustration was evident in his voice when I asked him about their record. He told me, well, we've been learning the hard way. Anything less than 100% effort will not get it done. We want our guys to recognize that and be hungrier than they've been. Talent, effort, well, they're still trying to figure it out. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Here's Martin into the lane. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Pass to Cunningham. Off target from outside. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 2. Outside Pippen. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Back to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Driving the lane. Martin with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Here's Butler. Just 2 to shoot. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen.
And Butler, just a seasoned vet. Someone who's not going to panic when that clock is up against him. I love how under control he stays.
Denver leading by 4. I think it's pretty clear, Greg, what the goal is for this Denver organization long term.
It's simple, Kevin. Make it to the final. The Nuggets have never been there. They've been close to the finals on more than one occasion.
Unable to get that one. Divac with some nice D. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you look at the counting numbers for Cade Cunningham. He fills up a stat sheet. The key for him moving forward, though, efficiency.
And you talk about Cade's efficiency. Greg on a struggling team, that can be a challenge.
Yeah, without great shooters around him, he's forced into taking tough shots or turnovers. And as the team improves, though, I think the percentages should come around. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Maravich. That one doesn't go. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Pass to Divac. The kick outside to Butler. Ball's through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And this guy isn't scared of anybody. Butler enjoys getting inside and going hard in the paint.
It's Martin on the wing. And it's blocked by Divac.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Pass to Cunningham. Butler deciding where to go with it.
And that's his second foul committed with a lot of game left. Gotta be careful.
1:39 left to play in the first quarter. Picked by Horford. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, he'll run through a wall to win, but sometimes Jimmy Butler can drive his coach up a wall. Despite that tendency, though, to embrace conflict, this guy is working.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Here's Maravich. The shot misses. And it's Denver the other way.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Butler with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Right side, Butler. Horford's shot is good. And Greg, last season, Butler and Spoelstra got into it on the sideline. We all saw it. It was an interesting moment.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of phrasing it. That manic intensity, perhaps necessary at times for a player who competes as hard as Jimmy.
The Nuggets leading by 12. Butler in the corner. Denver the rebound. Back to Cunningham. Pass to D-Bucks. 5 to shoot. The kick outside to Butler. Pippen with a wide open look. Connects from three-point range.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Jokic with it. He's picked up by Pippen. And it's Butler with the jam.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
From beyond the arc, the shot's good on the assist by Butler. Pippen's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Nuggets.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Nuggets. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. And we'll be back. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Nuggets. Celtics trail by 20. Here's Irving. Misses the layup.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And this Celtics squad looking like the Celtics of old.
Yeah, always a tough squad when I was playing, and it's looking like that again. You got a great mix of young players and veterans, and don't be surprised if Boston is back on top very soon.
Very soon. Shots good from Barry.
Yeah, just so many ways to score the basketball. Barry is one of the more inventive scorers the NBA has ever seen. Inside, outside, mid-range. He does not get rattled. Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And night in and night out, you can always count on Jokic to bring it. He is a special, special talent.
Back to Hardaway. And the shot is long. Here's Barry. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Off the inbound. Irving drives in. He lays it in. Irving's got his second bucket.
Yeah, we all know Rick Barry can create for himself, but we get to see there what kind of passing skills he also possesses. What a sensational feed.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Here's Maravich. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They did a better job of getting it inside in that first. They've lost some of that physical edge here.
The Celtics shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
And Maravich, the skill set, how savvy he is, and then the showmanship that he brings to the table. I don't know that we've ever had a guy more creative at the game of basketball.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Line with one shot.
That's good from Irving.
And you knew things were going south for Irving and the Nets when they couldn't agree on a contract. He was eventually traded and is a big talent boost to this team. And Kyrie still has all the talent in the world, even if it comes with some risk. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got 8 points here in this quarter.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Here's Martin. Banked in off the glass.
God, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Pass to Gay. Outside Jackson. Off target from three-point range. Celtics trail by 17. To the inside. Here's Barry. Rebound by JaVale McGee. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And here's Boston. Outside Irving. Here he goes. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Getting comfortable in the second quarter. His efficiency is finally on the rise.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Martin. Here's Gay. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. It goes on Pete Maravich.
Well, Rudy Gay was born in Brooklyn. Over 100 NBA players hail from that borough of New York City, making it a hotbed for hoops talent.
A lot of talent indeed, and Rudy Gay is just one of many stars hailing from Brooklyn.
And future Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony was born there, and just like Rudy, was in Maryland for high school. Kemba, Bernard King, Lenny Wilkins, other legends from the Brooklyn borough.
Here's Irving. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Irving's got 11 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Gay. Drills the three-pointer. And the Nuggets lead by 18.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Martin. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
He's looking much more confident here in the second quarter as far as his scoring goes.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. In recent years, the NBA has opened several international academies. Commissioner Adam Silver says huge numbers of people are playing basketball, but unless you take the best at a young age, get them facing elite competition and training under high-pressure circumstances, they won't develop into NBA-caliber players. Kevin?
No opening doors, David. That's always a good thing. Expansion. Thank you. And the foul called on Kenyon Martin. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
That's his 2nd foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Nuggets have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Yep, it counts. Barry's got 4 this quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Hardaway, no good. On the wing, Maravich. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Reggie Jackson. This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
Maravich at the line for 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Maravich hits them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Outside Jackson. From deep three-point range. 3rd time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Celtics passing it around. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And this is where Martin can really hurt you, which is why defenses resort to fouling him.
And he makes the first.
Kenyon Martin at the line for 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Martin. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Butler, no good.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Pass to D-Box. Cunningham outside. Down low. Horford.
Boston foul.
The Nuggets have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
So Horford gets 2.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
It's good. Irving's got 13 points in just this quarter.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Pass to D-Box. That's a 2 from Cunningham. Cunningham on the wing. The Nuggets with another miss. And so it's the Denver Nuggets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Everything's falling into place, and we'll see if they can keep it going. We'll return shortly. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Celtics trail by 12. Outside, Martin. And he finishes nicely on the way. Martin's got the first bucket of the third here for the Celtics. Richard, you were part of a Cavs team that came back from 3 games to 1 down in the NBA Finals to win the title. Remarkable. Just how hard was that to do?
Well, let me say this. I think it was the greatest championship ever. And I'm not being biased. Those are the facts. They were the defending champion. They had the 2-time MVP. They won 73 wins that year. So for me, that was the most special comeback because we played in the greatest championship of all time.
I'm assuming there was no doubt in your mind at all you would come back, correct?
That's a lie. There was tons of doubt in my mind, but I will say this. When you have a group of guys that stay together when you're down 3-1, it's because you believe in each other and we believed in ourselves.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up. Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. The Nuggets leading by 14. Outside Pippen. Pass to Butler. Beyond the arc. And again, Denver with the triple.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
90 seconds now into the second half. To the middle. Here's Pippen. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Jokic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jokic has got 5 now.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
And so he hits both.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Here's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Cunningham outside. The shot by Divac. Shot is good off the back rim and in. He has 6.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Jokic. It's stolen by Divac. Here's Cunningham. And then jammed down as he goes right over Jokic.
And Divac, a cunning passer, phenomenal at realizing when one of his guys has a clean look.
Here's Martin. Good work defensively by Horford. And here's Denver. They're on an 18-5 run here.
And many thought Horford's days were over after his OKC stint, but showed he can still be a difference maker in Boston. And, boy, was he a huge part of their final run.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. Horford may not be as consistent as he once was, but Greg, he shows up when you need him the most.
You know, he had several big games for the Celtics in the postseason. Great shooter who can really space the court for you. Still also a top-level defender at the rim, and he helped define their interior defense.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Cunningham with it. He's picked up by Irving. It's Cunningham with the drive. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Oh, nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade's got length, skill, and athleticism.
And it's Denver with the rebound. Pass to Divac. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Kenyon Martin. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Denver. And he knocks down the first one. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And that's 19 points for Kyrie Irving.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Lays it up and banks it in. Butler's got 22 points.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Pass to Horford. And a wide-open look for Cunningham. Offensive rebound. Divac. And he comes up with the deuce. Divac has got 9.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Martin. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Horford. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Assist goes to.
And when Butler gets rolling, get out of his way. So much fun to watch him take over.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for Denver. He has really delivered at the offensive end.
48. The Nuggets. 81.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And here's Cunningham. Puts up a three. Butler, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight coverage.
Butler with the steal. Here's Pippen. Wants to get it to Butler and does. 6 to shoot. And the rebound goes to Martin.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And it's sent back by Horford.
And still capable of being your defensive anchor. Horford is excellent at positioning himself to block shots.
Now at 4 fouls in the game, he'll start to have to be a little bit more careful with his defense the rest of the way.
Here's Butler driving inside. In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank, Greg, dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? Man, they could knock down the triple.
Substitution on the court.
Irving with the ball. Pass to Barry. Back to Irving. With the teardrop. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Reggie Jackson.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
And so Irving nails both of them. And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
No good from Maravich.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
McGee a screen. Jackson has the open look. They get it again. And it's McGee slamming it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board. Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped. Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Here's Irving. And that time, also a missed shot.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Here's Hardaway. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, you have to love the impact that Tim Hardaway Jr. has had on the defensive end.
He's got a great wingspan to bother shooters and contain penetration. Always aware of where the ball is on the floor. You could call him an underrated defender.
From deep. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Really starting to attack on the interior here, showing a much more physical presence here in the second half.
Greg, we're seeing more fines recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public. Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Irving with a clean look. Boston again missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, you need to find some sort of momentum.
And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the games. Now a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
And the first one drops.
And the length and athleticism Gay offers is exciting. I mean, terrific at scoring the ball, but he can also defend multiple positions.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Boston, no good that time either.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. There's a screen by McHale. Throws it up high. And slam dunk by McHale.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nuggets.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jimmy Butler.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
To the wing on the left. Rebound by the Nuggets. Outside Hardaway. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock. Three-pointer. Jokic grabs the miss. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Celtics. Denver. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Foul. 3rd team foul.
Here's Irving. The layup missed. Outside Hardaway. He gets that one.
Hardaway Jr.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Shoots from the elbow. And the miss. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking.
Better watch your back. Little one, there's a rap. March, step when keep joking here, and I'm gonna show you what I'm about. Respect my mind. Respect my mind. Respect my mind.